So now that we have the Nikon Z6 III back in our lives, the obvious next decision-making fork would be, let's get a telephoto wildlife lens. Nikon leads the industry. Their primes can't be beat. I was gonna label this video, "You're dumb," but not many people would understand it, what I'm about to tell you.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So we're on the Nikon Z6 III EF 24mm 1.4 with the red LUTs, and I just want to see if I can make this pink ass light that should be red go more red by turning it orange. That's not the button, and that's red now, maybe? Probably not. So as we look over the glorious footage of the Dragonfly, I will explain to you why Canon destroys Nikon for everything, including wildlife. This right now, nice little sharp 4K image, or is it? Yes, it was. It was 8K 2x crawl. Look at them go. Oh, there's a lot of Dragonflies today. So like, that's the one great thing about having 8K. You can punch on in there for a double time lens. Or just shoot HD 240 frames per second. So let me be real with you. I've gotten a bunch of comments from people like, don't you miss that Nikon 600? That was your best stuff. Listen, I have no agenda to promote right now. I've used the Nikon Z6 III with the 600 prime. At the time, that was the best thing I've ever saw. Like, I went out with it, first day I saw a deer, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. It was so sharp, the animal eye detect was working pretty good. Coming from like a Fuji background, I was like, that never worked. Although it's better now. The XS20 was actually holding eyes. So I preemptively switched to Canon just because the Nikon seemed so expensive and kind of heavy. I wanted to try that 600mm Tony 11 prime for Canon, and I did. I was expecting that it was going to be pretty much as good, if not better, more vintage. It wasn't. It was the most disappointing lens I've ever tried. It was just very sharp and clinical. It looked okay with the glimmer glass on there, but barely. So like, I was disappointed. And at that time, I was like, damn it, I should have stayed Nikon. The 600 versus 600, it's not even a contest. Nikon destroys you. However, I need 800 now. Ow. As you can see in this terrible shot, we have vintage swirly tone on the sides, and it is glorious. There's 3D pop. It's a low element count vintage style lens, and it's budget. It's very cheap, and it's also the lightest thing you can get for 800mm. It's almost as light as a Micro Four Thirds setup with the Leica 100-400. It's ridiculously light and much cheaper. I paid about $900 for that 800mm Tony 11. The Canon R5 body was $4,000, so this is Canadian numbers. Under $5 you have pretty much the best wildlife setup you can get. If you go Nikon, their primes are much more expensive and heavier. Now, while you would get a sharper image, most likely, you wouldn't have the Voigtlander rendering that brings our hearts on a plate to Jesus. And he decides whether or not to eat it or give it back to you. It's a beautiful rendering. Blackbirds swaying in the wind. Here's real-time speed. Oh, look at them go. Oh, he's swaying. But you slow it down to 240 and it's like, okay, there's the magic. I'll tell you, Canon has as good 240p as Nikon. I never see the footage and think, oh, that is unusable. Sometimes I underexpose it and then it's like super noisy when you start lifting the shadows, but as long as you overexpose it enough, it's very clean. But the versatility and the handling of a Canon is like so beyond anything Nikon has. Like for this shot, I'm in HD 240. Now I'm gonna switch to 8K 60 with a one button press, and I punched in 2 times. Oh boy, look at that. So like the versatility on this system and using it is so fun and good. No other system that I know of has that custom mode button, just a button. It's always a mode dial, and some are rudely putting it over there where you have to leave the grip, your sacred grip. It's like, oh. But when your viewfinder, it's a reach like that. It's so painful and stupid. Some of you have said Fuji allows you to do that. You can map something to change. Is that true? Because I didn't notice that when I had any Fuji. I was like, I couldn't do that. So like the XH2S has that dial over here, but if I could work around that, With just a button press, I'd be buying one. I'm gonna go buy one right now. I didn't buy one, but I did change the light to blue because you were about to click off my episode due to boredom. That sucks for me. So I'm just telling you, I'm in heaven with the Canon R5 II. There's nothing it can't do. I'm a shill tubing bitch now for Canon. It's not a flip-flop. I get accused all the time. You used to say Canon was, because they were bad. They were cripple hammer city, and then all of a sudden they didn't cripple a camera for once by mistake, probably, and now it's really good. And then they can do everything I need. This shot I overexposed by 3 stops. It was like so bright. I was like, come on, we can expose for a blackbird for once. He actually had a worm in his face, and he was singing about it. Not even afraid to drop the grub. You grub worm bitch. Oh, he's gonna bring that to his son soon. That's pretty cool. This little series of events with this red-winged blackbird female hunting things, it was so frustrating initially, but looking back at the footage, I thankfully got enough. It's all HD 240p. She was flying all over the place. I was like, oh my God, stay still. And I couldn't focus on, I'm trying to like manually focus and be a pro here. Like you can trust Canon autofocus, but there were so many things in the way. I was like, no. So especially for my level of wildlife where I just go to local parks, I'm not seeing like a ton of werewolves or Bigfoot. There's no like Japanese tigers, just like common birds. I really shouldn't have a $10,000 setup as an eagle flies towards me. Oh, it's not an eagle. Yeah, I know. Look at that, mid-air, flying, grabbing a piece for her nest. That was spectacular, and some of it was in focus, you have to admit that. As she hunts, boom, it's like a diving board. Olympic medal, you won it. Oh, you're winning medals all day long. And the fact that I have pre-recording, I can pre-record. I was just waiting, I had it on, and boom, he flew away. Then I pressed record, and it got the last 5 seconds, and I was able to track it. So, oh God, I overshot that one, I panicked. Now I will say this, sometimes the Canon just freezes. I have to remove the battery. That's happened several times, especially when that pre-recording thing happens. I don't know, it's a little glitchy, but sometimes you get the shot, and I don't mind that. And for those saying, Tony 11, oh, that's not enough light. Get a full frame camera, you dweeb, and it'll be fine. This is purely in the shade, Tony 11. We got a bunny. Like, are you not seeing a bunny right now? Is there too much noise? Or did I also add film grain to add noise and nobody cares about noise ever? He's twitching his nose and chewing things. Oh man, he's breathing and eating at the same time. No, he's deciding which. Chew, sniff, chew, chew, sniff. I was right at the minimum focus distance. I actually had to back up because that's one downside you could say of this lens. It's like a 4.5 meter closeness level. And it's like, oh man, I'm too close. And I'm getting used to knowing where that is. It's like, okay, you look a little close. I'm gonna have to back off a notch. I get comments all the time from people telling me that lens is not good. And I'm just like, it's the best lens I've ever used for wildlife and the funnest because it's so light and it's a prime and it's vintage. Like it ticks all my boxes. So like you drive your hate home, it's just hitting mirrors and bouncing off your landlord. No one cares about your thoughts. It's the best lens ever. Like you can't sell me on ever losing it. I saw a stripy sparrow type bird. He had a stripe. She had a white patch of pirate fur on her, and she went to get her ship, and I never did see where that was. And last couple shots here, I saw a night heron. I was like, you know what? I might just try to get some pre-recording action, because you can't just like wait. You're never gonna outwait a heron. It's like, okay, I'm gonna wait here till you catch a fish. It might be an hour. He might catch 2 in the next 2 minutes. You never know what a fish is gonna do. So I switched to HD 240 and I noticed that he was never going to move, but dragonflies did come in and float mysteriously around. And that was the only moment that I needed. Here's a little side by side. 4K 120 in the middle, little 8K 60 on the left, HD 240 on the right. And we are noticing that the 8K is sharpest and the 4K and HD almost look the same. That's why I rarely use the 4K 120. It looks really good. It is line skipped. It would be awesome if Canon did like a 4K 120 RAW update or an oversampled APS-C 4K 120, something like that. That'd be cool, but whatever. I'm happy with these modes. Here's 8K 60 versus 4K 120. You can see it, although this wasn't the best situation because there is a bunch of heat and haze warping our world, but whatever, like they both look good. And here's 4K 120 versus HD 240, like barely different. And having like twice the frame rate, it's kind of worth it to shoot the HD. So you telling me that this lens is not good is humorous, if not laughable, and it's funny to me as well. There's sparrows on street signs, and they agree that this is the best lens ever made, and there's plenty enough background blur. He's gonna fly towards me, and he's gone forever now, because he did not fly like we talked about. So I think we can all agree that Canon is the best, and there's no reason to jump into any other system. Having the Nikon now brings only shame to my house. I don't love it. It's not like, wow, this is so great. I'm so glad to have both, but I have gotten 2 offers already for lenses to review on this, so it's already gonna pay for itself and fun reviews ahead, and it will do good stuff. I tell you, the red LUTs outside look pretty good. Right now, not so much. It's a weird skin color with the red LUTs. Something's off with it, and it's never right. And Canon's pretty known for updating like major firmwares, adding crazy features. That would be awesome if we get something fun, an oversampled crop mode or some like crop raw HD 240 cropped raw, like something fun. Like it's not coming at all. We'll just get like autofocus is worse now. I'm on an older firmware and I don't trust the latest one. So like my autofocus works good. I ain't ever updating it unless there's crazy improvements, which there might never be. So they're both good, but I'm much happier. Now that we have the 800, I'm happy with the Canon. So like initially I was sad, Nikon, oh my God, it's so much better. Now with 800 in the equation, your 800 mil is way too heavy. You're stupid. I'll be leaving after Bitcoin leaves your wallet into mine. Subscribe.